everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. I am currently on my way to something extremely exciting tonight, so I thought I'd come along and bring you all along with me and sort of do my first ever like outing vlog. So my friend Jess is raising awareness with dementia and everything along her social media platforms. I'm sure many of you have seen her. So therefore she has been invited to an event tonight in Peterborough at the theatre for this new dementia like production that they are doing. So she's asked me to go along with her because we're both lovers of theatre, and also dementia is another thing that's very close to my heart as well. So that's currently where I am going at the moment, which is super exciting. I honestly cannot wait. So yeah, obviously I'm driving at the moment. I'm just driving to her house to pick her up. It's about a 50-minute journey from my house, and then probably about another 25 minutes from her house to where it is that we are going. So that's very exciting. So yeah, I went really hard on, I've never been to this theatre before and I don't really know what to kind of wear. It's kind of like a PR event as well in like her kind of sense. So I felt like I had to be quite dressy because I sort of go alongside her. But yeah, and also the theatre is very like quite a formal event, but I don't know what kind of theatre it's going to be, because I know that the theatre in Lincoln is a theatre, but it's like backstreet alley kind of thing that you just kind of wear jeans and a t-shirt to kind of thing. It's like where they put pantos on and things. So I'm not too sure what this theatre is like, or like what kind of dress code it is. So I do feel extremely overdressed. Like I've got a blazer jacket on, but I can always take that off because I've got a long sleeve top on underneath. So yeah, come along with me. It has been such a lovely day today. I've been out with my sister doing birthday shopping for William because I have a 5-year-old on Saturday, guys. Like literally, how? So we have been in Lincoln all day birthday shopping for William, and then yeah, I've come back and literally me and Kieran have just kissed each other, said hello, goodbye, and I've come out the door and I'm now out for the evening. So yeah, anyway, come with me on this little journey. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous to vlog, even though Jess vlogs literally day in day out with her life now. Like, my difference is that I use my phone and I've got this thing that I carry around with me, whereas she's got this tiny little camera that you can't really see. So yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. If I do it, then I'll know, and I've got the confidence then. If I do it while I've got Jess with me.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Sleaford Road, A153.
Thank you. It's really not a right hand turn, it's a bend, but okay. I completely forgot about you. Let's mute you for a second. So yeah, so Jess has obviously got this tiny little camera. She does it day in, day out, and this is literally like my first one. So I'm a bit nervous to kind of do it in front of her. I don't know why I'm nervous to do it in front of her, because me and Jess literally have been best friends since birth. She was born in August, I was born in November of the same year. Like, we are like this kind of thing. Like, I shouldn't be embarrassed to do anything in front of her. Like, she vlogs in front of me all the time. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling on and let's enjoy this journey and let's go and experience the theatre together. I'm not too sure what the production is called, but I will obviously show you that when we get there. Okay, so I've just got to my friend's house now, which I'm just waiting for her to come out, but she said, give me 2 minutes. So she'll either be 2 minutes or 2 hours, because that's what she's like. But yeah, and then it'll be the rest of the leg of the journey, which honestly, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to have like a couple of hours away, or 3-4 hours away from the kids. And that sounds like awful, but I'm not going to Eve like for these past few weeks while Kieran's been like away training and stuff like that. So it's been like very cooped up and I've been very cabin fevery, so it's nice to like get out for a few hours with somebody human that's not a baby. and kids. So I love my kids dearly. That's not a dig at them or anything like that, but we all do deserve a few hours just to have ourselves and just remember who we are as a parent, whether you're a mum and dad, etc. So yeah, I actually needs to hurry up because and only what time does it start? I think it's 6:30 that we have to be there for. But I'm starving, so I've not eaten, and neither has she. So I think we're gonna go grab a Mackey's, or we're gonna go grab something out of a garage or something. I don't really know. So yeah, just waiting to see who's driving now, because I don't know whether or not she's driving or if I'm driving. But I said we'll shove the miles on Kieran's car because, you know, Kieran's car is, I mean, it's easier to drive anyway. But who knows? We shall have a look, and we will wait until she comes out. Oh, hang on, wait, she's coming. On her way. She's on her way now. Okay, so we've just arrived at the Key Theatre and we've come to see a play called, what is it called?
Remember Me.
Okay, you go into detail about it because it's your, like,
it's
PR event.
Yeah. So basically we've been invited to a PR event at the Key Theatre here in Peterborough, which you've literally just said, but I'm just going to copy that. And it's basically a dementia-based play. I think it's one of the first dementia-based plays that they've done. And it's by an amazing cast over in Oxford, and I think they're like touring around the UK. I don't really know anything about the other locations, but they're basically here in Peterborough doing 2 nights, and actually tomorrow night is actually a signed performance, which is really cool, isn't it?
Oh, I'm surprised you could like that one then.
Yeah,
that one seems a bit more like
I don't know, putting your needs first, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's supposed to be about this guy that basically loves painting, and he has such a high passion in painting, and then all of a sudden just forgets his passion for painting.
Oh, it's really bright.
It's really bright.
These lights in here.
Oh my goodness, I just lost my eyesight.
I know, tell me about it. It's because it's like all LED. Oh, you can't just turn one on. Oh no, wait, I think it's because I've done it wrong.
Oh my days.
Oh no, I don't know.
But we basically got a free ticket each and a free drink each. So should we go and...
Well, shall go in and
let's go in
have
and
a
get
look.
a drink.
Let's
I
go.
hope they do Pepsi Max because I'm very sad.
Is that what your free drink's going to be? Pepsi Max?
Yeah, well, you
I
going
feel like
alco?
No, obviously not. I'm driving,
Yeah.
but I don't drink alcohol anyway. But I feel like it's supposed to be a bit more bougie. If it's free, it's going to be more bougie.
Yeah.
Like a mocktail or
Yeah,
something.
mocktail would be nice, actually.
We'll go
Or a
have look.
JTO, because I'll never pay for the prices of JTO
They're so
normally.
expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, I do love it.
Okay,
let's go.
People, from what I think ever say first. Oh, look, here you go. Take a picture of it.
Oh, girl.
Go, girl. Why does it remember spelled wrong?
Okay, so Jess has just decided to spill
My
like
drink
a
literally did a 360 like this.
whole
And then
Pepsi Max.
threw on the table.
That's
It's
so
like
funny.
Should we go higher bar?
What, so you're away from your mess?
Oh, I feel so bad.
Can we just appreciate just how much he's actually spilled? So funny. Okay, I was really hoping to get a mocktail, but they don't do them, so we went for a Pepsi Max each, which is quite annoying. And I fancied a little cheeky mocktail or something, but a Pepsi Max will do. And we've moved tables now that Jess has completely demolished that other table with her, you know, spillage. I swear we literally can't go anywhere with Jess without her spilling something or melting chocolate all over her trousers, because that's what she did one night after Eve. She literally is like stupid and clumsy when it comes to things. Oh look, she's here now. Let's make sure this doesn't fall over on her way to the table. She made it to the table without falling over.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no.
It's all wrapped anyway.
Okay, so we've just come out. It was about an hour. It was about an hour.
Yeah, I think it was. Cry.
Cry. Yeah, it was honestly so good. It portrayed the whole dementia journey from start to finish, like really well. To say it was like an hour, I feel like it covered a lot of bases.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the journey is so lengthy, but they actually covered every single part. Even like the internal thoughts of what, you know, you go through with your family, with your finances.
Yeah.
Of dementia was just incredible. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Because I felt like, to start off with, I was like, oh, this is going quite a quick pace. Like, to start off with, I was like, oh, okay. But because I thought when they were like after every scene, they were obviously shutting off his paintings, which to me was like shutting off like a chapter of his life.
Yeah, I felt like that as well. It's good that you picked that up because I was going to mention that. Yeah.
So it was almost like, oh, okay, was this like just 4 chapters? So when we got to the last painting, I was like, oh, okay, is that like sort of it done? But no, it was really good. I'm pleased that they didn't show like any death.
Yeah, same. Because I was worried about that at the start.
Yeah,
I was thinking, is it going to deteriorate to like end of life care? And I thought that's a bit too personal.
Yeah, I like the fact that it ended on him being happy and content in his care home,
and that their decisions of putting him in a care home were like, they kind of accepted it at that point.
Yeah,
they jumped into his world,
and they were the correct ways to go about it as well. So it was really nice that it ended on that, and it wasn't anything like too sinister. But no, for an hour's play portraying dementia, I feel like it.
And the fact that it was a play as well, we're not used to plays really, are we? And
no,
I went in a bit empty-minded about what it would be like, and I'm so pleased we went because it really has like touched me in so many different ways. Like, yeah, I thought it was amazing.
No, it was really good. And obviously Jess kind of knows like the stages of dementia, in the sense of obviously with how her nan is at the moment. Like, she knows like what has to come, whereas with my nan at the moment, it's still very raw, it's still very early stages. So it also portrayed it for me of what is to come or what can come, depending obviously what way it goes and things. Yeah,
definitely.
And
I think as well, I was saying to the lady in there that for the amount of dementia diagnoses there are, and also the different stages and how different it looks for everybody, I think they captured it as a whole amazing, didn't they? Like,
yeah, they did, to be fair.
The only thing I think that I would give as feedback, but obviously it's only an hour, so it's really hard to get that in there, I wish they'd have done a little bit more into the diagnosis and like the battles of actually getting it diagnosed, because I don't think they really covered it, did they?
No, and it is really hard. I mean, it's hard to get a GP appointment these days anyway.
They mentioned that though, which was good, but I wish they'd have shown like the battle of that, and kind of like, you know, getting him to go to the doctors, because that must be so difficult. Because people are stubborn.
That is a challenge within itself. Like my nan, I don't like. My auntie, my mum, I think, told my nan that she was just going to an appointment because they know full well that they told my nan what she was actually going for. She wouldn't have gone, and then she wouldn't have got the diagnosis, and she wouldn't have got the help.
And early diagnosis is so important, like especially now with, if it's Alzheimer's, they've got like all of these new, you know, advanced research going into like the medications of like getting it tracked early to be able to slow down.
The progression
and it doesn't always work for everybody, but that is something that they're really working on, that they've been able to find things within that early diagnosis, whereas like with any other type of dementia, it's not really there yet.
No.
So if you start seeing like the smallest of signs, like go and get help and don't give up, because
definitely.
It's not just anxiety, and it's not just depression, and it's not just mental illness as they put it down to,
or not just getting old,
it's all of these other things, you know, and it can just be dementia.
100%. But it was honestly so good, and like I said, to say it was only 3 people, they portrayed it so well. I
thought that lady was incredible.
She was so good, wasn't she?
Her acting, the way that like it was her emotions, like you could see that she had been through this journey herself.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop recording just for 2 seconds because I feel like I'm gonna end up getting trapped in the car park, because I paid for car park. I don't know how long
we need to get out.
Left. Hang on,
but guys, we love you.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to part 2
of us nearly getting another ticket for the car park.
I know, I should really slow down.
We literally just sat in there just rambling, talking, and then we were like,
crap, how long have I actually got?
How long have we got to leave before we get trapped in again? We had to just pay £3.50 for the car park.
That was so expensive, that car park. We weren't even in there long.
And yeah, it's probably been 2 hours maybe, but I guess it's a city though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if it was in London, that would have been like £20, and that's what I tried to think of. Or probably 50.
Yeah, literally. But anyway.
But yeah.
So But no, it was just so good.
10 out of 10.
It was definitely 10 out of 10.
I was a bit worried that I was gonna like not enjoy it fully, or it was gonna like be too sensitive, because it's like they were saying, it's a very sensitive
It's a very
topic.
taboo subject to kind
Yeah.
of portray on, isn't it?
And you don't know how people are going to take it. And I definitely, the director at the end said like maybe we should look at a way of like speaking to people before they leave after the performance. Like they should maybe have like a Q&A or something like that, or you know, so people don't just leave on like the note of, because it was quite an upsetting play.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like because it was so intimate as well, like it was all I can't get my words out, but it kind of like reminded me and Jess of our time at college.
Yes.
And as though like it reminded me of a play that I would have done at college.
Yes, yes.
It reminded me of what was it? Like it obviously wasn't the same performance or anything like that, but we did a performance called DNA, which is like totally like a whole, just a play and everything, like reading off a script. But it was so intimate that there was only 3 members of cast that was portraying this whole family. With
Very small theatre.
yeah, when we first walked in, I walked into Jess and I was like, I don't think we're in the right place, because I feel like
walked on the stage.
I feel like I've walked on the stage. But you do. You walk on the stage to get to where
To
you
the
need
seat,
to
yeah.
get where you need to be with the seating.
It was very, very small in there. I kind of wish I took a video actually of when I was in there,
Of what?
of the theatre, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Of
actually
what it was like.
I think that added to it, and I don't think maybe the director or the writer even realised actually how much of a part that played, because
You
it
felt like you was a part of it.
yeah, it felt very like, I don't know, you broke down the broke down the fourth wall or something like that they call it. That's what it felt like, that we
Yeah.
I don't know, we were part of the play too.
Yeah, like it was so good.
I do wonder if that was like one of their first performances though, because the way that they were acting, it made me think that was their first showing of it, because he was like,
Me?
I wasn't expecting that reaction from the audience. He said like everyone was so quiet, and I was worried that people, you know, it was too relatable, that, you know, it was making people really upset. But there was a lot of people crying.
Yes, there was, which shows that it portrayed it how it should be, and this, that and the other. And like we know with dementia, it's one of them things that a lot of people go through but nobody speaks about. It's just one of them things like, oh, my nan's got dementia, or oh, my husband, my wife's got
No one
dementia.
knows what to say, or nobody knows or understands what it really is to be able to give an answer back or like help people through it.
Yeah, because the thing is as well is that one thing I found, especially being like in the care sector myself, like a lot of family just leave it to the carers.
Yeah.
They're like, it's the carer's job kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
my nan has this wrong with her, or my granddad has this wrong with him, etc. And they leave it to the carer. That actually, when you look back at it like that, you're like, actually, there's so much that we should be doing as like a family member as well, and helping them, and not just leaving it.
Exactly, for sure. One thing I think I was just thinking of that I think they portrayed really well in that is how the relationship just faded and became like really distant. Like there was no relationship there anymore. Like she was loving somebody that didn't know her back.
Yeah.
And that was really clear.
Yeah. Like it killed me when he turned around and called her Dorothy, and that he wanted Dorothy, like on their wedding anniversary as well. Like he wanted Dorothy there.
Yeah.
Like that would break me.
Yeah. And the fact that he called her the wrong name at that point as well.
Yeah, like he called her Mary, which is obviously his younger sister.
I think she mellowed as well, because she started the beginning of the performance being really abrupt and really trying to fix everything, but not really thinking about her own feelings and emotions. She lost it all the time.
But I think that's
Really
what we do.
high up, wasn't she?
Yeah, but I think that's what
It does.
what we do and things like that. I'm definitely
In
not gonna
stress.
turn around and say that I'm great with my nan all the time, or my family members are great with my nan all the time. Sometimes we get infuriated because like it's completely new to us, and it's something that it's like trying to teach a child how to read a book.
Yeah. And I think that you could see her slowly mellowing, because maybe, I think like, I don't think the love ever went. I don't think the love ever would, but you could see that she kind of accepted it towards the end, and accepted that this is what it is. I can't change this anymore. and instead of trying to help him remember and try and fix him and try and look for those bits of hope that he's still there, she gave up. And not gave up, but like she stepped away and was like, right, I can't do anything anymore, it's out of my control.
And the daughter was so hard to try and get her dad to remember the wedding anniversary, and
yes
her mum was like, no, it's fine, just let it go.
Yeah, let it be.
And that portrayed it really well, with the fact of sometimes it's heartbreaking, but it's easier to just be in their world than trying to fight for a world that isn't there anymore in their head.
Yeah, like with my nan now, there's no point in even talking to her about reality because she doesn't know anybody or anything in it. So, and like I was saying to that lady, my nan a lot of the time lives in her younger years now. So like today is my nan's birthday, and she said that she's 6.
So she's 93.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of people are saying to me, why are you not telling her that you're her granddaughter? Because at the age of 6, how could she possibly have children or grandchildren? Imagine living in a 6-year-old brain and someone telling you you've got grandchildren. Like, how confusing is that?
Yeah.
And I think you don't understand that until you put your feet in their shoes and you're like, she's 6 today, so now I have to take that on board. Like, she doesn't have a husband at this point. She, it's just crazy.
Yeah, like with my nan, obviously we're not at that stage, but like my nan forgetting my granddad in terms of forgetting his, like, their wedding anniversary, forgetting their death anniversary. And this is from a woman that ever since my granddad has died, every Christmas, every wedding anniversary, her birthday, she has bought something for herself and gone to my nan, like, love from my granddad. And the fact that she doesn't do that anymore just shows that within itself, like, how much it can change somebody, and well, all of that.
Else,
yeah. And we are in complete darkness. Let's put a little bit of light on.
It's right on my face.
I know, they're so light. I can't get it with these lights. They do my head in.
But yeah,
it was really good. And who was it that invited you? Who
it was a Peterborough, like the media team, I think. I think she works in admin there. She's, I don't know if she's in the ticket box or the social media side of the
lady that we
Peterborough
spoke to at the
Theatre.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they work at the theatre, so obviously she was trying to promote it through my socials, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But kindly invited us there, which was lovely.
Yeah,
so.
which I want to say thank you so much for, because obviously it's a massive.
I'd never heard of it before that.
Yeah,
so.
no, and it's like massive on obviously not only Jess's life but obviously my life as well. So to experience that as well, because like I was telling the woman, me and Jess experienced so much similar in our lives, and now we're experiencing our nans. It's just,
I think as well, it's kind of opened up conversation for us as well.
Yeah.
About loads of parts of that. Like, we were talking throughout the whole thing, obviously not disrespectfully, but just little comments like, does your nan do that? Or like, that reminds me of my nan at that stage.
yeah,
and
I'm in the wrong lane, I'm just swerving all over the option. But yeah, like, there was so much that he was just portraying things. And there was another thing that I said as well, that obviously this was a man and a wife and their daughter. Now, unfortunately, mine and Jess's granddads both passed before our nans got diagnosed, but we were saying that in some aspects we're kind of lucky that it happened that way, because we
my
know
granddad
that
would have never coped
they
with
wouldn't
that.
have coped
He
with
would have
any
been
of
so,
that.
so upset to see nan like that.
Yeah, and they'd have been so. My granddad used to get infuriated with my nan anyway, but even before the dementia, like, he'd be like in his Scottish accent, like, what are you doing, kind of thing, like, come on. And obviously being Scottish is very stubborn anyway.
And it was never something that they knew of when they were growing up, whereas we've grown up with all these diagnoses now of different things, and we learn new things every day, and new illnesses, new diseases. But back then, they didn't really have labels for things. So to go to my granddad and say your wife's got dementia and she's never going to remember your life anymore, he'd be like,
excuse me,
what's
what?
that?
Like, you're crazy.
No, like that.
Yeah.
And that's something that my nan was definitely like at the start, and I know your nan was too. Was very like abrupt to.
I still
push
haven't
it
had
off.
the conversation with my nan. I've never brought in the conversation dementia with my nan, just because I don't know whether or not she's still 100% or whether or not she, like, knows or like how she'll take it. I've never once turned around and gone to Nan like, oh well, just remember, like, you're not going to remember things as simple as your postcode anymore because you've got like early on dementia sort of thing. But it's something that I'll never speak to about my Nan. I'll just go to my Nan's and I'm just stealing her Biscoff biscuits like I do every single day.
I used to just like brush it off and pretend that I'd forgotten as well. So like my Nan at the start, obviously she knew quite a lot that she had dementia.
Yeah.
And you know, she'd be like, oh, I forgot that name again. I'd be like, oh, I forget all the time. To make her like feel a little bit validated that she's not the only one that forgets things. I don't want to make her feel like she's got a disease or something's wrong with her. She doesn't need to know that. We know that. And she's not going to remember that anyway. But to make her feel good in that moment of, oh, I lose my keys all the time. Like, oh, I should put a tag on them, you know, you're just joking around sort of thing. But when it gets unsafe, that's when, you know, you need to step up a little bit. But
yeah, like
that's a scary part of dementia.
Yeah, like that. I think that's the only daunting thing with not having my granddad around is not having that safety net of if she was to wonder.
Yeah.
Which I know, like I know she like wouldn't at this present moment in time, and this and the other. I mean, she says that her anxiety is so bad that she doesn't like going anywhere, like on her own, unless she's got somebody with her anyway. She never has because she used to go out with my granddad all the time. But it's like,
similar to my Nan as well.
yeah, but it's like we have to make sure she locks the door every night now. And it's just little things that before you wouldn't have to, before it would just be like, oh, bye Nan, like, see you later. And now it's lock your door, lock your door, lock your door.
As well, you don't want to take that independency away and you don't want to make them feel like they can't. But
No.
I remember there used to be so many times where my dad would lock the door for my Nan and then post the keys through the door, but we'd obviously still keep a set, but she wouldn't really know.
Yeah.
Because obviously we didn't want to make her feel like, I don't know, like that she wasn't responsible or independent enough.
Yeah.
But there was still days where like she'd get up in the morning and the keys would be on the floor from where they were posted through the letterbox, but she had no idea how to unlock the door and where to find them, and that's scary at that point, isn't it?
No, 100%. Like, we've had to install a key safe with Nan now because it was around Christmas, and I mean, Nan vomits Christmas around her house. Now that she's got Granddad whining at her, saying, "Take that bloody shit down." Now she like says vomits Christmas everywhere, so she's got like where she hangs her keys up all the time. There's now tints. Well, there was tinsel all over it, and she always hangs her key on the same hook. And she's like, I can't find my key, I can't find my key. And we're like, are you sure it's not on your hook? And she's looking, and she's like, no. Obviously, we're like going through her bedroom window and stuff, and like talking to her. Like, I can't find it. So she's like, I'll have to let you through, like through the garage. So she let us through the garage. I went straight to the hook, and it was there. Just hidden behind some tinsel that she just hadn't moved because that isn't on her brain to let's move the tinsel. It should just be there. And then Molly's gone round before, and I think Nan's like not answered the door or something like that because she's either not heard it or this, that and the other, or again she's not found her key. So it's like, right, okay, we need to take this next process now with adding a key safe in because, well, it's just that extra safety net for her. And I feel like the thing that we need to do with Nan next is obviously not invade her privacy by doing so. It's more making sure that she's okay. Is adding like some sort of security in a sense of like adding a ring
cameras and
doorbell.
stuff.
And then obviously I know that you're not allowed cameras in like homes and stuff, but she's got a step from her kitchen into her conservatory, and this woman frightens me every single day because there's not a day where I don't go around and she doesn't trip over this step. And one day she's going to be on her arse because she's going to have tripped over it.
The thing is as well, she's going to lose that spatial awareness in her decline.
Yeah.
She's going to lose her balance, you know, all the physical sides of it, but also one day she might forget that there's a step there.
Yeah, and I always
scary
and
as
I
well.
yeah, and I always say like we either need a ramp there, or you need somebody to come out because the problem is that because it was the conservatory was after the kid, like obviously after they bought the house and things. It's obviously that step. So we either need like a step on the kitchen side, but then obviously then you've got the problem with the door not closing unless you get a movable one sort of thing, so then keep it at the same level, or you've got, but then again you've got a step on that step, so that doesn't really help, or you've got the sense of adding like a sort of like a mini ramp in, or getting someone in to try and level it out, or like I say, just installing a camera just from a conservatory into her kitchen just so I can see her. Well,
That would
not just
help
so I
so
can
much
see
as
her, but
well.
just so somebody.
And then it gives you a peace of mind as well, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
she's going to be okay because she's got that safety thing in place.
Yeah, and it was like I was saying to that lady in there as well. It's one thing I wish my nan didn't do. I wish my nan didn't deny the care because she didn't. She didn't want the care, but she needed the care at the time. But because she's so capable and she's still got full capacity and everything, they obviously have to listen to her. They can't listen to my mum. They can't listen to my aunt Angela because she's still got capacity, and that's what they're trained. That's what you get told when you're a KU. They have to be at full capacity. If they're not at full capacity, then obviously you've got other people you can talk to. But while they've got full capacity, you do what they tell you to do.
Is it not worth getting a power of attorney?
So Mum and Angela are
Oh, okay.
her power of attorney, but because she's got full capacity,
Okay.
they
That's
can't
annoying.
they can't read it over her health as such anymore
So
at the
sad.
moment. But it's
Yeah,
also
that-
it's
it
also
won't be-
taking that away.
Yeah.
Like they've got things in the sense of like they can make her doctor's appointments and that and the other. But in terms of like carers and things, like while my nan's got full capacity and knowing what's going on, if they literally said with my nan like you've got a carer going in, my nan would get absolutely hate. And that would add more stress onto her, which when my nan gets stressful, that's when she goes into a fit. And that's when she gets really like bad.
Yeah.
She gets really like panicky and just starts and things.
It's really sad, isn't it?
It is sad because these people are here to help. Like every single day, like I go to my nan like, what are you having for dinner? Oh, I don't know. And I hate it because I don't like the fact that I don't know whether or not my nan's eating.
I know. It's scary, isn't it?
I think that's like the worst part about it is not knowing whether or not nan's eating, or if she's defrosted a chicken, or if she's even put the oven on, or is it at the same temperature. Like
The thing is as well, is right now, she still has the ability to know her hunger level, right?
yeah,
I think.
I'd like to think so. Like I say, Molly said that she got put on these tablets, and then she was saying that like it was making her tummy rumble, and Molly
So
was
she'd still get that physical feeling of needing and wanting food.
yeah, no, but she won't go get the food though because
But she doesn't. Okay.
no, this is the problem.
Wow.
Like what? Like literally, Molly's like maybe because you're hungry now because you don't eat. Because she doesn't eat. We'll go round. Say I'll go round tomorrow, and I'll go round and I'll get there for say 10 o'clock. She won't go and get herself a bowl of cereal. My nan has one coffee a day, and my nan has some really small glasses in her kitchen, which takes her tablets with.
Right.
She has one of them full of water a day. She has one coffee and one water a day.
You almost need like, and again, this is another part of like, without the carer's help, it's not possible for everybody else. But you must need somebody with her every single meal time.
Yeah. And that's what I've said. I've
That's
said
what it got to
all
with
you
now.
need is somebody there to go and make us some dinner, sit there and watch her eat it. And I know that's like forcing somebody to do something, but you do that and you'll get the energy back, and she won't be as tired anymore because she's eating. So
It's really hard, isn't it?
it is.
But I am so pleased we saw it. Like, it feels really good to have got.
Yeah.
I think if they do, I have to keep an eye out to see if they do any other ones. Because if they continue that, we'll definitely go and watch another one because that was so good. The way that they portrayed that, if they can do that again in a different play, like we can go and watch that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. It was really good. Yeah.
I hope they can get that around the UK because that would be so beneficial to so many people.
It wasn't too long and it wasn't too short. I felt like an hour was perfect. I feel like if it went on for any longer, I'd have been like, right, come on.
Yeah, I think the timing of it was brilliant.
Yeah, because I think the thing is though, is that if you dragged it on any longer, the only way out of it to have come out of the storyline would have been him passing or her passing and then him being on his own sort of thing.
I thought they did incredible. And the weirdest thing was it was the same guy that played it throughout all of the play and all of the deteriorations, but you could really see him deteriorate.
Yeah, you couldn't you?
Like the way that he was dressing and the way that he, I don't know, portrayed himself. Like he came across that he was aging and deteriorating really, like, it was almost like it was a different actor, but it was the same actor every time.
I think his hair helped with that too, because he had quite long greyish hair, didn't he? Like, when I say long, it wasn't long, it was very long on the top, so you could like rough it up to make it look like messy, and like he didn't really care about his appearance or such anymore, and you know, that's like really helped. So but yeah, no, it was good. 10 out of 10, definitely.
10 out of 10.
Nothing right now for my face. Let's maybe come in a little bit closer. But I've just pulled up at home, and yeah, it was honestly such a really lovely night tonight, and it was so nice to see that performance, which honestly was so good. Like, what's going on with my hair? I'm so tired though. I've been up since like 6, half 6, and it's now like 11:15. Like, I'm not going to sleep by now. But thank you so much to Jess for inviting me along tonight. And also thank you for the theatre for putting on that performance, as it was honestly so good and it portrayed it so well. We've got a support chat for my nan, and I'm just about to mention on there that I actually went to go and see this performance tonight and go and say how like well it was. I'm not too sure on who it was that invited Jess themselves, but thank you for the Key Theatre in Peterborough for putting on such a magical performance, because it really was good. And for anybody that's gone through the dementia journey or going through the dementia journey with a family member, then honestly it is something to see. It is called Remember Me, and like I say, it's just portrayed by 3 actors who honestly portray it so well. Let me put that light on, see if that kind of does anything, which I don't think it does. But yeah, it was so good, and there was definitely a few tears shed between myself and Jess, because like I say, it's so close to home. So, and like I say, they just portrayed it so well. But yeah, as you can probably hear in my voice, I'm so tired. I've got to wipe off this makeup because it's something I don't do anymore. I don't wear makeup anymore, so now I have to know that I've got to do a full skincare routine and everything before bed. Just I just want to go put my head on the pillow and go to sleep. But I can't, I've got to go take all of this off first. So with that being said, I am going to turn off for the night, and I shall see you all soon with another video. Don't forget, if you are new here, then don't forget to press that subscribe button, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys.